Have a limited collection? This deck proves you don't need every card in the game to make a big impact. With clever synergies and low-cost combos, this build shines even at a collection level of 1.5 thousand. Let's break it down and show you how to make the most of your cards. One of the things I'm trying to do at this channel is help newer players. I'd like to think that I'm building a small but helpful community that is willing to pitch in and give guidance to newer players. I've seen that firsthand in my alliance, Nerd Dynamite Force. Let me know and I can add you to the wait list if you want to join. We have a 2K minimum. And there is also the Discord. And that is where ultimately this deck comes from. One of the members there asked for help in building a deck that could win in Infinite. So I took on the challenge, I looked at their collection, and this is the result of that. One of the things that I lose sight of as an experienced player is that when you are new, you do get access to some high-level cards. And either through the Season Pass or the Spotlight caches. So this deck does include those. It does include some Series 3, but of course it includes some Series 2 and Series 1. This kind of leans into the bounce archetype. So of course we start out with Beast and Falcon to bounce all of our one-cost cards, which include the Hood, who generates a demon, Hawkeye, and America Chavez. There are 2 Series 5 cards in this deck, including Agent Venom and Thena. Yellowjacket is here because I didn't have access to Wasp under these deck building constraints. What you can do with Yellowjacket is trigger your Thena on any turn if you need to use the full energy for another card. The deck rounds out with Armor to both protect your one-cost cards and fight back against any destroy. Cosmo to protect your cards or also to fight back against other on-reveal decks. Iron Man to boost another one of your lanes, and Shang-Chi because he is my man crush. Okay, we have Fletch. We open our hand with Agent Venom. They have an 8-card deck. Ooh, Ant-Man, you don't see that often. Is this a low CL player? 7.2. I won't emote back. Oh, what am I doing? Of course you play Agent Venom. It is an ongoing deck, and it might be Jean Grey, even though they aren't the highest collection level. Yellowjacket and Chavez, and then I can Falcon, or do I wait for the Falcon? Let's hold off on the Falcon, see what I draw into. Mobius, so Ugh. Oh, this I kind of want to snap on. So Hood and Falcon. Oh, I won't be able to... I'm not going to draw in all likelihood. I definitely won't draw. But I still think it's a good snap because I get multiple demons. So get the demon down here. Hood here. And then the Cosmo or the Chavez? Chavez and Armor. Let's make sure they have to play for every lane. And should I be expecting an Ultron? So the bots are 3. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I win middle. I did not draw into... Do I have priority? I have priority. Which means they always play the Ultron right to keep the Dazzler bonus. And then I just get down the most amount of points. Slide that Jeff, play the Ultron here, and we tagged them beautifully.
I give you full marks for that.
And they know it. And this is where game knowledge of your opponent's deck is vital, and how you can pull out wins when you have a lower CL deck. Yes, I'm a higher CL player. Oh, Blue Marvel, that stung with the Isle of Silence for them. So yes, I'm a higher CL player, but I am locked to a low CL deck for this video. And so it is imperative that I know what decks I'm going up against, so that way I can counter them properly. You see the immense value of Cosmo, and I was able to read their deck properly. Okay, Okend it is. We have our lower... we have the cards we want to get 28. That is Arishem plus Thanos. I can get the hood down now. I have my bounce card in hand, so I'm not afraid of having hood on the board. I can pick him up, and I can maybe play him into Danger Room. Let's just go Falcon. The Nocturne, I expect that to slide over into Danger Room. I'm guessing that is an Arishem card. It is, created by Arishem. Isle of Silence. Let's go with Hawkeye and Hood. Next turn I can play Beast. Turn 5, I'm leaning toward playing Iron Man into Stark Tower. Agent Venom, we already have Hood in hand, we have Iron Man. It kind of reduces the effectiveness. So I can go Beast and get down a Demon. I'm debating whether I want to play... Well, there's no playing Hood there anymore. And that does... Well, okay, with Limbo, you have to worry about Reality Stone. So be on the lookout for that, along with the Nocturne. Get Hawkeye down here. Do I snap? 14 level collection player. I should have enough points to win left. They haven't done a lot of drawing. They have random cards. Let's snap. I don't think they're in a great position. Do I get another demon by playing the Hood? No. Okay, so this might be a destroy list with Deathlock, unless this is a Arishem card, and it is. Magic is an Arishem card. Crystal is an Arishem card. Nothing but nothing but cards that they did not bring, including the stone, which gets generated. So they could play Killmonger. Play this here. I have priority. So this is risky. Agent Venom. We go Chavez. Well, I could play Armor if I'm afraid of the Killmonger. This and this here. Let's see if they rip it away. They did rip it away. Now, I had priority. I did play my Armor left. So Killmonger is not a concern. I am tied though. Oh. Huh? What they did was they were fully banking on ripping away Limbo. Again, as a lower CL level player, it is more important than the deck you are using. It is super important to know strategies and what your opponent is likely to do. You will never be 100% correct, ever. Nobody is. But what are they more likely to do? And what do you need to play around? What do you need to play against and guard against and blah, blah, blah. So you heard me mention Killmonger. Honestly, it was unlikely that they had Killmonger unless it was randomly generated. The only card they played that was from their deck was Thanos. So they were really banking on ripping away Limbo and me not being prepared. The only thing I could really lose to was a Killmonger. I could tie here. They would nuke my demon here. So I'd have 7 here to their whatever it would be. It would be close. It would come down to a tiebreaker because my 2/1 costs here. 5 and 5, it's tied here. So it comes down to a tiebreaker, or maybe they play Killmonger here. So I was only afraid of Killmonger. And so I knew I needed to play around Nocturne ripping away Limbo or Reality Stone. Yes, I'm filling up this lane, and that could bite me if it goes into a Limbo round at turn 7. That is why I left spots in these 2 lanes. I could continue playing over here. Maybe a Shang-Chi and a Thena. That gets me a decent amount of points in these lanes. 36 is not a small amount to overcome. And so that is why I snapped. When you see an Arishem deck playing only their random cards, it's not going well. They want to play the cards they brought in addition to the random cards. That's why I snapped in this game. I played around ripping away Limbo. I played around Killmonger. Know what your opponent wants to do, and you will be successful. Okay, we have Pepesaurus, a Thanos avatar. What is your bet on if this person is running Thanos? And they are. The avatar does match. Let's get down Chavez. It doesn't really matter where because we will end up picking her back up with Falcon. Let's get the +2. They might be running the destroy list of Thanos. We get a head start with the Thena. Let's put her middle and try for the card draw. Next turn, I may play Cosmo middle. We will see if I'm able to maintain priority. This is why I cannot. I can. Up 3, yes. This is why Yellowjacket is in the deck, by the way. If I had him on turn 5, I could have gotten an instant Thena boost. I want to play Agent Venom now, but they almost assuredly are going to play into Asgard. So let's both protect our Thena, stop them from drawing or playing something with an on reveal into Asgard. It's debatable that I should snap, but I will not. This may be Reality Stone. It is not. We blocked a Yondu. That is nice. So let's go 2 cards. We can go Agent Venom, and we can go Falcon. We only go up +1 here. That's fine. Okay, the Mockingbird goes down. So we really need... what's his face? Iron Man. So they do get the draw. Oh, that's good to learn too. The Asgard location. With the Asgard location, it goes off before the Thena buff. I could continue buffing Thena. I could get down the Chavez and the Beast. Let's get down the Chavez and the Beast. That buffs Thena. See what I draw into. See if they brick this location. Thanos is super powered. It indeed is the Destroy version. So we take priority. They have Thanos. Oh, they destroyed all their stones, though. So Chavez coming through, buffing the Iron Man even further. They have a ton of energy. And a 5-cost Thanos. So I think I will play 2 cards. This is 10, 20. This goes to 20. I am at 10 here. This goes up to, let's fortify middle and not run the math. And let's see, I should have played right because, oh, never mind. There is all of that. I'm going to lose left. Maybe. Gladiator, what do you pull? That's okay. And then they can't possibly put too much. A death. Okay. I should have, in hindsight, maybe gone for 2 lanes, but expecting the Magneto is tough. I should have expected the death. One thing with lower CL decks, you really need to know the deck you're playing against. So I am a low CL player right now, and just like a low CL player, I didn't have the knowledge that I needed. Because if I was anticipating death, I may have just abandoned left because I was winning with the beast already and fortified middle or right. So, but expecting the Magneto for me is tough in this deck. It was also with the extra energy. Had they not had the extra energy, they would have only been able to play death, another card, and then we almost assuredly win that. So this is just a lack of me not knowing my opponent's deck, and I will try to do better next time. Okay, we have Super_Ow. We have our 2 bounce cards, so we can get down Chavez turn 1. We do not have to worry about Killmonger because of Nightcrawler on the board. I have yet to see that combo. The Vault. Do I get down Falcon now? They have 7 cards in their deck on turn 2, so they are a normal deck. I can get down Falcon now. Nightcrawler and Ravonna. What are you cooking up? Muir Island. Let's get Cosmo down here. Is it too late? It is too late. That is okay. It is turn 4. I will be playing Iron Man middle. So Hawkeye, play him middle because everything will slide and I will throw my Iron Man middle. They have decided to skip.
Taking aim.
So let's account for the Bifrost. This will be the last turn. They will probably move their Nightcrawler. Let's get the Iron Man down middle. Muir Island is continuing to buff these cards. Hawkeye gets his bonus because it is the location. You can see the grid. That is very important when you are using these cards that apply some kind of buffs. Shuri is the same thing. Look for their grid. Interesting. They did not play middle. Oh, it is C2. It is not Surfer. with the agony. Look at this fancy pants gamer. So is this enough? Because if they play Mystique, they definitely aren't playing into Muir Island. So this is just maximum amount of points. Playing Mystique, that's 3. I hate Cerebro. I can't stand playing against Cerebro. They are better players than me. And I can't stand them. I can get to 12 points, but 6... Well, Mystique is 0. So it would tie? Do I win tiebreaker? No, it wouldn't be tiebreaker because they beat me in the vault? I don't know. I hate Cerebro players. What? Huh? What? Were they expecting a retreat? They clearly ended their turn. The timer didn't run down. There's no breaking down here. Be a better Cerebro player than, or be a better player against Cerebro than I am. That is my biggest weakness in this game. Ultimately, if they play Mystique, they would need to play another card, and that gets to 12. It is a tiebreaker. It gets to 12 here. They win middle. 2, 4, 6, 8. So they go up by 8 middle. Tiebreaker left, and I'm up by 14. So I think I end up winning the tiebreaker. If they play 2 cards left, I'm cooked. But if they can only play the Mystique and another card, that's only 12 here. So it's just a pure gamble through and through. Maybe they played it out. They knew they were going to lose, and they just played it out to allow me to get game footage. So if that is the case, thank you, Super Owl. But otherwise, yeah, I do not like playing against C2. And again, it's just knowing what your opponent is likely to do and the potential outcomes and the probabilities and blah, blah, blah. The better you are at math, the better you will be at this game. And I think that's as much breakdown as I can do. Okay, next up we have Inzan. And we also have a chugging along game. Hopefully they are able to resolve all of the slowness at some point.
Breaking news.
And they might be a priority deck. 8 cards in their deck on turn 1. They are a big boy Skaar Surtur deck. Therefore, we can play Agent Venom middle because they do not want to reduce their cards to 3 power. Unfortunately, we have Iron Man in hand. We do still have Thena in the deck. So I think that would be our best draw next turn. We could play her and Chavez, but otherwise it's really just Chavez. I definitely don't want to play armor. And now I have 2 of them. And I do not want to play armor middle and give them back another armor so they can play it in a different lane. So let's get Chavez down. I mean, I could play the armor and then pick it up with Beast. Oh, Deep Space. I can actually play down the armor because of Deep Space. So let's do that. And they are playing into Machine World. Okay, giving me a Surtur. So Surtur, and I can hold the Yellowjacket. And if I can snag priority, I don't know how easy that's going to be to do. Or I don't want priority, actually. Because of Shang-Chi. I can get down a Crossbones. Why are they giving me their deck? Okay, I guess I get down crossbones. And then I can get down armor. Okay. They haven't... Created by Daily Bugle. Okay, I was gonna say, they have a... let's see. What can they get to here? 20? Can I beat that? 20? I can get to 21 over there. Do I do that? Do this and this? Surtur goes up? Are they running Shang-Chi? I have nothing to Shang-Chi. Yeah, let's roll the die and see. Oh, what a game. Hey, so they had Shang-Chi. But Shang-Chi and Shadow King, and guess what? It didn't matter because, confusingly, they gave me their deck. So, because they took priority, their Shadow King just fell on its face. And this is an example of why I personally do not like Shadow King, because it is just tough to win his lane sometimes. And because I got their deck to play with, Surtur was just always going to get that +3. So they needed more. And I guess they needed to hope that Daily Bugle didn't give me a 10 power card. But they had to have known it was likely. They had 10 power cards in their hand. Okay. Fantastic match to end on. Full disclosure, I hovered around the same rank in the 11,000s this whole time while I was recording the video. What I will say is I do not have a lot of experience with this deck. I kind of whipped it up quick and did some quick testing and then put it into action. So there were some losses that I could have won. So I included either one or two of those to break down better ways to approach it. Because when using a deck like this, it is even more important that you have proper snapping and retreating and the ability to assess the deck you are playing against and what they want to do, because you have the tools to beat decks, but you have a very slim margin of victory. So you need to know exactly how and what to position and all of this stuff. So the more you use the deck, you should be getting better at all of the different aspects of snap. It's going to take a lot of losing, but as long as you are learning with each match, you will slowly improve. Then as your collection level increases, you're just well positioned to take it to another level. That's the journey that all of the top players went through. I don't consider myself a top player. I'm good, but I don't consider myself a very top player. And that's the same journey I went through. So we've done it before. We've been there before. It's a tough journey, but on the other side, it is well worth it. Thank you for making it this deep into the video, and thank you to all of my members. I appreciate all of you. If you try out the deck, please, only if you're a low collection level player. If you try out the deck, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of these types of videos where it's not strict Series 2 or Series 3. There are a handful of Series 5 cards, or 2 of them in this case, in the deck, because that is just the reality of some of the newer players. And until next time.